Hi and welcome to this video. Today we'll be making an Audrey 2 doll inspired by the Little Shop of Horrors. For this doll we're going to be using Venus McFlytrap as a base. Okay, let's go look at the concept art. For this doll, I knew I wanted to include themes from 80s fashion and also these embroidered jeans that I found on Pinterest. Don't get too attached to the concept art though, because she does change a little bit. After soaking the head in boiling water off camera to soften the vinyl, I'll start taking out the glue plugs from the inside with tweezers and pliers. Now it's time to remove the factory face. You can do this with 100% acetone or nail polish remover. I use nail polish remover. For the undercut effect that this doll has, they used flocking and glue instead of the usual rooting method. This means it's easier to take off with acetone because it can melt down the glue that it's stuck on with. Now the face up. For this doll, I wanted her to have quite angular features, so I was using reference from the live action Maleficent. Also, for this doll, I wanted to bring in some complementary colours. For example, the main colour scheme of this doll is green, so I wanted to bring in some pink and purple to balance out the doll so it doesn't become too heavy on the green. For this, I made her eyes a purplish colour. After a few more sprays of Mr. Super Clear, I went in with soft pastels to shade and contour her face. This doll has a very angular face, so this was very easy to achieve the look that I wanted. Now, the reason there's a change in scenery is because after some revision of my concept, I realised that the face just wasn't really giving the idea that I wanted, so I decided to start again, starting with another outline of the eyes and the lips. I find flipping the head upside down can really help with getting symmetry. I don't know how this works, but try it. Also, I found that when removing face-ups, a way to get into the little nooks and crannies, like in the eyes and in the lips, is if you use the needle of a compass or just a regular pin and cover that up with the cotton pad. That really helps. Here I'm using tape to draw on the veins coming down from her forehead. If you see the Audrey 2 puppet, it has lines going from the stem all the way to the front where its mouth is. So I wanted to interpret that on my doll. Right here was the moment I could tell that this doll was coming together really well. Looking at the eyes and that bright purple gradient, I was so happy with it, and I was just so proud. I think that the colour scheme works really well. After I had finished with her face up, I sprayed her with Mr. Super Clear one last time and started working on her makeup. I used my usual Mardi Gras palette, which is a human makeup palette with really good pigments, so I use it on my dolls as well because it just transfers really well. For this doll, I knew that I wanted to use quite a subtle makeup look because I didn't want to take away from her bright eyes and those veins going down her forehead. I also sprayed the body with Mr. Super Clear and quickly toned and shaded all of the joints with a darker green to make her look more lifelike. I did this with my soft pastels like I did before. For the hair, I chose a yarn reroute. For the 80s perm, like tight curl hair, I unraveled pieces of yarn into their 3 strands and rooted them like that. I started at the parting and worked my way around the hairline. Then I worked my way into the middle of the scalp. At this point, you can see one of the eyes had popped off. This is why most customizers do the reroute before the face up, but it's nothing a bit of glue can't fix. For these earrings, I took pins and green gems and a dot of resin, put it on there and cured the resin and fused the pin to the gem. I also did the veins on her head and I think they actually look better than they did before. I think they look a bit more planty because I put curves in them and the middle one has a bit more of a point now. And I figured out how to make them more green. I used just a regular, I started with a watercolor pencil like I did before, but then I used a regular green Crayola pen. Does it have a name? No, I don't think it does. Just a green Crayola washable pen, and then put the resin over top, and it made it really nice and vibrant. I finally finished the outfit using the Requiem Art Designs suit pattern. I've forgotten what it's called, Business Basics. So I made this lined green jacket with this little fake pocket that I just glued on with fabric glue, and I aligned it with this pink fabric, but not in the sleeves because I was worried that it was going to get too bulky in the sleeves, so I left those empty. And then I hand embroidered these trousers to have, it's not focusing, to have these green threads running through them to like vines and little pink flowers. And then finally this little floral waistcoat. So I'll show you what it looks like. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell to be reminded when I post a new video, and comment down below what was your favourite part of this doll and what doll you'd like to see next. Bye!